Welcome to Talk to Anna. This is slow English for your heart and mind. Get comfortable, take a slow breath, and let's begin. Sometimes I wonder about a simple question. If I could go back in time. If I could meet the younger version of myself on the very first day of learning English, what would I do differently? Honestly? A lot. Because when most people start learning English, they focus on the wrong things. And I was one of them. I thought learning English meant memorizing hundreds of vocabulary words. So I filled notebooks with long word lists. I thought grammar would save me. So I spent hours studying rules. I thought one day, after learning enough, I would finally feel ready to speak. But that day never came. Maybe you know exactly what I mean. You keep preparing. You keep studying. You keep waiting. But somehow, confidence never arrives. If I could start over, the first thing I would do is stop chasing perfection. I would stop worrying about mistakes. Because mistakes are not proof that you are failing. They are proof that you are learning. Think about a child learning to walk. Nobody expects a child to stand up and walk perfectly on the first day. Falling is part of learning. Yet when adults learn English, we expect perfection immediately. And when we don't get it, we become frustrated. If I started again, I would accept mistakes much sooner. The second thing I would do is listen far more than I study. Not because grammar is useless, but because language is sound before it becomes rules. When children learn their first language, they spend years listening before anyone teaches them grammar. They hear thousands of conversations, thousands of stories, thousands of sentences. Their brains slowly recognize patterns. I think many English learners underestimate the power of listening. Not listening for tests. Not listening for homework. Listening because it becomes part of everyday life. A podcast while walking. A story before sleeping. A video while drinking coffee. Small moments. Repeated every day. The third thing I would do is speak much earlier. Even when my English sounds terrible. Even when my sentences are broken. Even when I feel embarrassed. Because speaking is not something you learn after English. Speaking is part of learning English. Many learners wait until they feel confident. But confidence rarely comes first. Practice comes first. Confidence follows later. And perhaps the most important thing I would change. I would stop comparing myself to other people. There will always be someone more fluent. Someone with a better accent. Someone who learns faster. But comparison steals joy from learning. The only person I should compare myself to is the person I was yesterday. Did I learn one new phrase? Did I listen for 10 minutes? Did I practice one conversation? If the answer is yes, then I am moving forward. And maybe that is enough. I once met an elderly man who started learning English after retirement. He was not trying to become fluent quickly. He was not preparing for an exam. He simply wanted to understand the world a little better. Every day, he studied for 30 minutes. Nothing extraordinary. Just 30 minutes. 1 year later, his English had improved dramatically. Not because he was talented. Not because he found a secret method. But because he kept showing up. Day after day. week after week, month after month. That conversation stayed with me because it reminded me of something important. Learning English is not a race. It is a journey. And journeys are not completed in a single day. They are completed one step at a time. So if I could start learning English again from the beginning, I would listen more, speak earlier, worry less, make more mistakes, and focus on consistency instead of perfection. Because the goal is not to become perfect. The goal is to keep moving forward. Thank you for listening to Talk to Anna. If this story helped you today, please like, subscribe, and join our growing community of English learners around the world. Take care of yourself, keep learning slowly, and I'll see you in the next story.